Hi friends, this is Suzy, your Candy Crush guru, here to help you solve the puzzle of level 7051 in Candy Crush Saga. It's a hard level. We need to release the sprinks, and we've got sugar coats. Not a fan of sugar coats. And marmalade and licorice, but we need to collect licorice. We've got 27 moves to get all of these sprinks down here anywhere. 28 of these sugar coats interspersed throughout of varying layers, and 29 of the licorice, and the marmalade is covering over some of them. So what we need to know about candy coats is if things are equally coated, they will disappear. If they're unequally coated, they might not. So let's say I put these three red together. I move this red over here. This red that's over here would disappear, and this red would disappear. This one would just get uncoated. Similarly, let's say I do this and I move this down here. These three are all coated with one layer, and so they would all get uncoated and then all disappear. Whereas if I do this move up here, these three get uncoated, this one disappears, but I do then get the opportunity to have striped candies, so that's interesting. How am I going to get all of this marmalade out of the way? I think I want to try doing this and see if that helps better than maybe the stripes. I've also got some specials on the board to help me out, I hope. Oh, that's nice. I like a stripe. I wish I could use it to hit, although I don't think it would collect all of the marmalade. It would get stuck on that licorice, wouldn't it? All right, well, let's bring a green down so we can try to do a few things. Make a little fish, see if the fish can be helpful. I could do this. It's not going to remove... Actually, let's do this and get that licorice out of the way. And now a stripe. And removing things. Can I get a stripe wrapped combo? I can. I like this. Yeah, the licorice gets in the way. However, at least we're getting rid of some of that licorice. That's an important aspect of this board. I might try to do a wrapped combo. If I move this over, I have no idea what's going to be coming down, but I won't have more purple in the way. So even if I move this purple over and I get a purple here, there's a blue here intervening between this purple. So it's not likely to explode. Could it still explode? Yes. But chances aren't great. So let's do this. And then I could make a fish, but I think I should just take out the licorice directly. Is there a better move I can make? I'd love to get this paired up with something. I think I'm going to take out a direct licorice. Ooh, now I don't have any good moves. Okay, well, just taking the move that's available while I'm waiting for something better to show up. I want to make moves down here, and I just don't see that opportunity. Maybe I should have been focused more on fish. Oh, I could do a stripe this way, which aims where I want it to, or a stripe that I could then combine with this. But that doesn't take out a licorice. This takes out a licorice, so I think I'm going to do that. This takes out a licorice and gives me a wrapped, which will take out more licorice. I'm okay with that. I could do this wrapped. I could set this wrapped off. A wrapped above a sprink isn't very valuable. I'm going to do this. And I think I'm going to make a stripe over a wrapped. Yeah, let's take out more licorice. Try to get these guys off of here. I want those together. I cannot get those together. Not yet, anyway. Oh, I like this. Now I've got some sprinks, at least one sprink gone. That gives me more space on the board because I can't match a sprink. So now I've got more opportunities for colors. Nope, no good. Don't like this. Let's just take out marmalade. This isn't bad, although again, it wasn't coated to the same depth, so it's not great either. I don't like that this has traveled so far away. I kind of want to put those together eventually. I don't want to move this guy over. Oh, what if I make something with the orange? Oh, look at that. That's kind of awesome right there. Now I can bring this guy down, or I could make a color bomb. I think I'm going to make a color bomb, because then I can still take this guy out, right? If I do all purple, we'll see if this has enough impact to set this off, to set other things off. It's not my favorite move. I don't think I'm going to win, but who knows? Ah, there we go. We got a little bit of cascading. It was a close one. I have hope, at least. If I didn't have success, at least I have hope. So now I'm going to pause, come back with a new board. I'll have the microphone turned off initially, but when I solve this, I will come back through and narrate everything, and I think I'm going to employ some of those same strategies. If I can get rid of a licorice, I'm going to probably try to get rid of that licorice, because the licorice impedes other success I might have on the board with stripes and stripe wrapped combos and things like that. All right, see you in a bit. Okay, so looking around at all of the possibilities, I like this stripe opportunity. Oh, I like a wrapped, but I don't think I'm going to get them together. I'm not. Yikes. How can I bust through and get rid of the licorice? I could do that. I'm kind of intrigued. But I think I'm going to do this. Now we set off a whole bunch of wrapped that didn't work really well. I can do another wrapped and hope I can set it up better, but I'm not so sure about that either. What about getting rid of, there we go, licorice, and I've got a whole bunch of marmalade over here. What if I get... Yeah, I'm ignoring the marmalade, and I think that's a bad choice on my part. There we go. Thank you, Suzy, from the past, listening to Suzy from the present, eventually. I should have done that earlier, I think. You know, and the thing is, I learn each time I play, and in the moment is different than seeing myself afterward. I'm going to try to put the red together. Look at this. I like this, although I like this idea of making this wrapped over here as well and setting off a wrapped. I'm going to do this and then try to use this stripe all the way at the bottom. Oh, then I'm going to lose the wrapped combo. That's okay. I'd rather get that stripe at the bottom. I think that was good. And let's set off this over here. That's nice. And now how do I get rid of this stuff? Oh, how do I reach in here? Okay, I still have a lot of licorice on the board. Should I take out the licorice? I like that. And there we go. That's the kind of thing I need. That's going to target the bottom, and then I can make a color bomb. That'll just take out a color, and that'll really have an impact on the board. Beautiful. Now color bomb wrapped. I will take that. That looks really well aimed. So this right-hand side is the one where we get these candy coats that kind of persist. But thankfully we got rid of that, and now it's just simple. So the reason I was moving so quickly and making poor choices is because I wasn't very experienced on this board, and I was still moving through quickly because I didn't struggle with it. I was able to get it done in under 5 tries. If you struggle, if it's taking 10 tries or more, that's when I highly recommend you slow down and look at the best moves, not just good moves on the board. So that is it for me. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to put those below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and as always, thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.